let's see here. Okay, I think I'm live. Woohoo! Sorry, you guys, that I'm a little bit late. My camera or my computer made me reboot. So who knows? So hopefully everything is good now, and I will tell you what is up. Hey, Cece! Yay! Sorry, everyone. Okay, so I am doing a large circle, the 18-inch circle rounds. I'm going to teach you how to faux paint wood, and we're going to do some circles, some writing, and then I'll paint this, and then I'll show you how to decorate it because I have one over here. So you can kind of get a dual to see, because this is actually a pretty fast little project. I'm going to add these circle blanks into onto my page, so if you guys are interested, you'll know where you can get them as well. I'm going to do 18s and 16-inch circles for y'all. Hey guys, thanks for hopping in. Hey Johnny and Cheryl and Rhea and Diane. Hello, hello. Okay, so when you're doing the wood, you want to get either a chip brush or just a nice cheap brush. The wiry and the yucky bristle, the better for doing the faux wood painting. So what I'm going to do is flip you down, and maybe you guys can see my face this time. Okay. Oh wow. It has my, you guys can see my mess. Let me fix this camera real quick. I took all my camera settings off. Oh, I'm doing the wrong camera. Hold on. There we go. My dogs are being so crazy. Can you guys see that? Be right back. All right. Configuring video camera controls. Let's zoom you guys in just a little. And we'll pan you. And let's tilt down. Oh, wrong way. Okay. And I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. There we go. All right. Sorry, I didn't keep the controls when I had to reset the restart the computer. So I apologize. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to leave this strip white. We're going to write Merry Christmas, which what I did is I just went into, I have Affinity, so I just got a font, wrote it in Affinity, and printed it out, but you could do this in Word or whatever you wanted, and then I get my fonts from DaFont and everything else. So that's that, but we'll do that later. We're going to do a red streak, a green, and then red, green, and then the wood. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to go ahead and get started with the wood. Let me grab one of my little paint trays out. The wood, the color I'm going to use as the base is going to be autumn brown. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use one of my foam plates, because we're going to be coming back to this wood color. All right, so just a foam plate. That should be good. We're going to grab one of the bigger brushes. This is a flat 3/4 angle brush. Grab one of my waters. Okay, let me make sure that it's rolling here on Facebook. Okay, so load our brush up. And then for this one, I'm not going to tape. I'm just going to try and be really, really good here. We'll tape the next time. You can actually tape if you want to as well. The green tape works the best. I might not tape this project today. Well, never mind. because the faux wood you get a little bit crazy with. So I might do that. All right. And then you guys, the wood that I'm using is the 1/4 MDF. But these have been really popular lately for me, so I thought I would give you a little show of what they are. They're super easy to do. Let me get this edge here, because you guys know me and the edges. And I'm just kind of getting the paint run off that I have right here. Okay, and really you guys, we only are going to need 1 coat. This cover is really good, but because we're doing that faux wood, we only need 1 coat of this. So that's another thing that's really nice. I did paint this with 2 coats of white, just so you guys are aware. If I was going to paint this thing all different colors, I would have probably still just done 1 coat and then went going, because like I said, I really do feel like the like that white coat is a good base, a good primer, that it makes all of your other colors just pop. So I highly suggest doing that part. All right. You guys, if I'm missing comments, I'm super sorry. Hey Katie, how are you? All right, so I'm just thinning this out right against this line here. We'll come back. So I went to do some early voting today. Yeah, that didn't happen. Husband got off his call a little bit later, and it was Miss Briley, my oldest. It was her first day back at school. So, like actually in school, we've been doing e-learning, and I shouldn't say e-learning, but the schools only allowed us to do that. So that's what we were doing. Okay, so I'm going to take that, clean my brush off really good. All right, so I'm going to let this brown dry on its own, and then we'll probably hit it with a little bit of the heat gun. Oh my gosh, my voice, my head today. Okay, so green tape is what we're using, and that looks good. We'll go ahead and paint the red strip for now. So I'm just lining it up with the line that I already measured. Okay. And then one thing that's really great about the green tape is you can reuse it. Hi, Eloise. Great. So we're gonna just line that one up. Kind of just eyeballing. There we go. Yep. Okay. And we'll do these center ones. I do like the green tape a little bit more than the blue tape. I just tend to have a problem with the blue tape pulling up my paint, where the green tape, not as much. This is looking really ugly with this brown and green, isn't it? Okay, so I'm just taping this one. Okay. Okay, so the red I'm going to be using is opaque red. And this one I will use the tray for instead of the foam plate, because the foam plate will do the dry brushing for the faux wood. Let me make sure I'm not missing comments. Okay. So anyways, how are you all doing? Anything fun going on? We did trick-or-treating and all of that this weekend, which was fun. We dressed Zoe up, the puppy, as a spider, and she was pretty funny. And then Molly went as a lion, but her mane didn't want to stay on too good. And then Ronan, the old man, he has a hard time. He always has. He doesn't like, he's not a Halloween guy. He don't like Halloween too much. So he just stays in. So this, we're just gonna paint red. This is the opaque red from Delta. One of my favorite reds. It kind of has like a berry red to it. It's really pretty. So we're going to get this one. And this red covers really well too. So I typically always say with red you got to do 2 coats, but this one really does do good. We'll still probably hit it with a second coat just because I can see a little bit of white popping through, but really it's doing quite well. And then my heater is on down here, so sorry if the jet engine sounds again. Let me just hit this real quick with the heat gun. Now with the heat gun, when you're doing paint, remember that you want to do it on low. You don't want to go on high because it will bubble your paint. Put that back on the hanger there. I'll go real quick one more time with the red. But these signs are really awesome. They're quick, really quick. Honestly, you guys, I don't think that, I think anybody at any skill level could really do this, especially with the tape. And just so you know, the wood you might have a little bit of a hard time with. We'll pull this, let me save these green pieces of tape here. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna just grab the edges here with the red. I forgot to do that before, but we did kind of have it taped down, so I might have to grab some more red. And grab just a little bit more red here. Hey Susan, congratulations on this month's winner. Your skeleton skull was so cool. I thought it was so cute. Okay, and just hit this side just a little bit. Okay, so you guys, if you guys can see in this little area, or the top video there with me, all I'm doing is just hitting, the edge real quick with the tip of my brush. There we go. Okay. Hey, Debbie. She won the banner contest. Okay. So now, what I'm going to do is we'll just take this, line this up really good there. For the brown here, whoops. I got a glue gun spider web over here. All right. Whoops, wrong way. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is do the faux wood with the chip brush. And we're going to use a little bit of territorial beige. And what I like to do when I'm using it with the chip brush is I kind of like to create just this nice little line. You can see on the plate there. And then, where did I put the chip brush? Oh, right here. So then what we're going to do is, this is dry. We're just going to go back and forth, hit right there, and then we're going to just do quick motions back and forth on the wood, or on that brown spot that we did before. And this is going to kind of give us that wood grain look, because MDF doesn't have wood grain. So, kind of cool. Okay, now I'm going to do Americana, Deco Art Americana, and I'm going to do the honey brown. This one's one of my favorite browns. Okay, come on. It's my favorite so much that I'm almost running out. I have to go to the stuff pile. There we go. All right. So for this, we'll just go right where, not even change our paintbrush. So you can see how that goes. I'm going to just hit with a little bit more of the brown there that we used for the base. And then I'm going to use a little bit more of the territorial. So if you guys can kind of see, we're just kind of making a nice line back and forth. You can even take swirls and kind of do that to kind of give like a knot effect, and that will do it too. And I know it's really hard to see on camera, so I'll bring it up so you guys can see what I'm talking about with that natural wood grain look that we like stained it. So we'll pull this off, and because I used both sides of that tape, I'm not going to use it again. And one thing that's really nice about doing the dry brush is it dries almost instantly. So we'll be able to go to the green. Let me pull that up so you guys can see, but can you see how it kind of makes that wood grain look over there? I know it's a little wet, so it's hard to see, but that's kind of what it does. It's pretty cool. The other one that I have that I'm going to show you how we decorate it, or how I decorate it, we will I'll show on there. Hey Casey, by the way, how are you, hon? But I'll show you that on when we get to that point. So I am going to just hit one time with the heat gun as I put my hand right in the brown paint. If I don't have paint on me by the end of the day, you guys, I just didn't do my job. All right. That's seeming pretty dry. Throw that back on my hook here. Okay, so now we're gonna do the green. Woo! The tape is sticking. So what I'm gonna do is just line this up. And if we go over just a little bit, I'm going to do just a little black line on this, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. So we'll get this red line. Maybe. My hands want to cooperate. Ooh, no. Honestly, I think the hardest part is lining up the tape. All right. So we're just going to put that on there. And grab a couple more pieces. Hey, Carol, how are you? All right, so green there. It's all good, Casey. I know, I do the same thing all the time. Oop, I might have cut this one too short. We might be okay. Barely. Okay. Oh, no. I am like, ooh, shoot. This tape did pull up my paint. Crap. It's okay. We will fix it. Okay. So now we are going to go to the green. Where did I put my green? Oh, right here. So the green that we're going to be using is the Christmas green. And let me throw that in the tray real quick here. Just cleaning out my brush, which is not wanting to clean. So we'll just go to a different brush. Okay. So Christmas green, we're just going to add this on here. This is a nice dark green. And I just saw that my tape is lifted up here. Crap. Okay. So the other green that I really like for Christmas, if you're going more for like a lime green, but a darker lime green, is Jubilee. That one's also from Deco Art. And that one also is one of my favorites to use. He will use that one, but this one we're using is the Christmas green. kind of right in between a forest and a lime. See, I'm gonna hit this just one more time with a nice coat here. There we go. And then we already know that it didn't like my red too much, so we'll be really careful pulling that up. We'll just spot paint where it got it. And with the brown, it seemed to do good. And then, like I said, these little lines that you can see popping through, we're gonna hit that with black line or a black paint pen, so I'm not too concerned. And then we'll touch up where the red is. Okay. So I'm gonna get these edges real quick. That's the thing with painting, guys, is you can always touch up, you can always fix things. I know so many people get so worried. I used to too. I used to be such a perfectionist, and then I realized it's like by the time you do the detail lines and everything else, nobody else is going to see that boo-boo. So I'm just painting the edge here. Sorry, I know this sign is really big, and I wanted you guys to have the zoom in, so I know seeing me do these edges is a little bit difficult. But I think having these edges done just makes it look a little bit nicer. Still no word on when the shipment date is for the laser, so we're still doing the CNC thing. Probably be doing it for a little bit even after it gets there, because learning curve. So did you guys all do trick-or-treating? What did you all do? How did you guys do Halloween? Did you guys get trick-or-treaters? What'd you all do? I am just gonna grab my shoot. I think it's a 1/4. Sorry, my numbers have came off on it. But I'm just going to take that and kind of start cleaning up these edges real quick at the tape fold. We'll hit them again with a second coat. Normally I would let this dry, obviously a lot longer, but for video purposes, I didn't want you guys having to wait. So this is what happens, but it's all okay. It's good to show you guys, if it happens to you, how you can fix it real quick, right? Only 4 trick-or-treaters at your house. Oh no. Okay, I am making, sorry I didn't see your comment. I am making a round door hanger that we're going to decorate up. But this one I'm not going to decorate up. I have another one that I've made that will decorate up. So you can kind of see the process of that. Okay. So you guys, I have the Merry Christmas that I cut out. You had lots of trick-or-treaters. We did too. I went trick-or-treating with the girls. I can't not go trick-or-treating with them. So we just, like we do every year, put a bowl out, and we have been really blessed that nothing's ever happened to our bowl or anything like that. And So yeah, we just put a bowl out, but we went trick-or-treating, took the dogs around, and there were so many trick-or-treaters in our neighborhood. I was really surprised. I mean, we always have a good amount, but I was pleasantly happy. Oh, a huge bag of treats. That's so sweet. That sucks, Cece. Okay. So I was going to show you guys how you can keep your stencil from slipping. And I just kind of eyeball mine. So I kind of go from the top of my page and then I'll move it down to where I feel like is the middle. And then I just take a little piece. And when I say little, I know nothing's ever little with me, you guys. And I'll just tape that onto from the wood and then onto my paper. So it makes like a nice little flap. This is also really good when you're doing mugs or doing vinyl for Cricut. And you could do a vinyl on this as well. Just FYI. And then I'm going to grab my black carbon paper. I've obviously used this a few times, but it will show up. I am going to hit this just one time because I really don't want to get paint all over my arm. Alright. And I have actually been standing the whole time. These door hangers, I tend to stand. So I'm going to move this down here. And yeah, shoot. In 40 years, oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to put the carbon paper underneath. Yeah, our neighborhood is really big, and our neighborhood does a lot of people decorate and stuff like that. And my street is one of the ones that there's a lot of people that do decorate, so I think a lot of people come to our neighborhood because of that. So all I'm doing, you guys, is I'm just going around and stenciling with where everything is here. Sorry, I can't stencil and talk at the same time. Let me make sure. I can't remember, did I get the loop? Yep, I did. This is also really nice too to tape it down, because if you forget a spot, you can kind of check and not have to worry about it slipping when you have it taped. So another thing I do is I just do the big spots. I will just do a big little thing about it and then go right there. So this area I'll make a big one, and then I just do a line. I don't even really match it up. So we got Mary done. We're getting Christmas. And I know my printer cut this end of that C off, but it's a-okay. We'll just make our own little C at the bottom there. It's just basically to give you kind of an idea how you want to write it. And I'm getting better with calligraphy, but I still don't really trust myself all that much. So if you do like your handwriting and you feel like your handwriting's good, you can even do a little bit of chalk or the water wash and what are they called? Sketch and wash pencils, and you can do that too. Your houses are far apart. Yeah, that would definitely probably do it then. So, and then these little stylus, or little round things, I don't even know what the heck they're called. I should look, but anyways, they are also in my Amazon affiliate list on my website, on Facebook, just FYI for you guys. It's a Google Doc and it will send you right to it. And I believe I put it in the painting section, just FYI for y'all. Almost done here. This is also what I do when I do how I put my stencils on as well, for my blanks when I go to paint them. So you guys can kind of see that right there. That's one that's going to be done. It's an elf popping out of a present, but you guys can kind of see that. All right, so this is just the rough look of what it looks like with the carbon. That works too, Cheryl. Yeah, like I said, vinyl is a-okay. I like to use the Posca paint pens. You ended up with candy engorged on it. Hey, you know, whatever works, right? I am going to grab a sheet of paper real quick. I do this so I don't smear when I'm using my hand, because I tend to run my hand across. So with the big marker, sorry, I had to load that a little bit. It's starting to drag. I'm going to get the big areas first. So you're just going to fill that in. And I love these markers. They're one of my favorites. Hold on. Just wasn't priming well. As I sit there and say it's my favorite, and then it doesn't prime right. So another thing when you're doing cursive is anytime you're going down, so when you write up, it's going to be thin, and when you come down, like when you're writing, that's when you're going to have the thicker lines. That also helps a lot when you're learning to do the calligraphy writing. Just so you guys know. That's one thing that helped me, because I was always like, well, what area gets the thick part and what? So just FYI, because that part always confused the crap out of me. So there you go. So you kind of know. So like I said, I'm just getting the thicker areas with this thicker marker. Okay, so this is the thinner size that I'm going to use. And these had like a little ball, teardrop looking thing at the end there. just match that up like so. There we go. Now we're just connecting here. And I will probably have to go over this one more time. Actually, I know I will. Shape this. I can just see a little bit of the streaks coming through. So just because you're going with pins, sometimes you really do have to do a couple, like a one more coat, just FYI. How did that light up? Okay. So this one had a little loop at the end, like a little teardrop. So I'm sorry, you guys, that I missed last week. Kind of sorry. Sorry I missed you, but it was really fun. My daughter's birthday is my youngest daughter. She just turned 9. Her birthday is on the 18th, and so we celebrated this. Where am I going with this small marker? We celebrated last weekend, because my sister couldn't get it off. She's a nurse, cardiac nurse actually, and so anyways, she couldn't get it off, and my sister and my girls her kids are very close in age, and so Haley really wanted to be able to celebrate her birthday with them because she couldn't really have a birthday party here. And so we had fun. We went to Asheville in North Carolina. It was gorgeous. And if you guys aren't familiar with the area, there's some really famous waterfalls. And so we went and hiked to the waterfalls. And one of them is in the Hunger Games, and another one is in The Last of the Mohicans, if you've ever seen that movie. So we had fun. I almost died climbing up some of those hills after going to the waterfall. It's always easy going down, hiking downward, right? But it's going upward. It's upside down, yes, dang it. I think when I reset everything, my camera settings didn't save. And so I'm sorry, I know this is upside down. I promise you guys I will take a picture of this though, so you guys can see what it looks like as well. But you get the gist of what it's looking like. All right, so I'll get this in. This M is has some good humps on it. Yes, it is, dang it. I'll have to mess with the cameras. I'm afraid when I mess with it too much with like the different views, it's usually when I start having issues. So you guys know, OBS, I love it, but you know, there's times where when you get playing with it too much, it doesn't like to play back. Okay. You guys, I was so excited though. I had to run to CVS, which is inside Target. So basically I did Target run, but to grab my prescription, and they had the cranberry spray. Stand on your head, maybe that will help. Oh, Susan, you cracked me up. You guys, they had cranberry spray. It's like my favorite. It's my favorite for holidays. And they had it on sale. So let's just say I bought a lot. Who else likes cranberry spray? I can't be the only one. Anyways, it's my favorite. Cece, you crack me up. I think this marker is drying out. I might have to go to the reserves, to the stack, get an extra one out here. Oh, there we go. It's starting to come again. I've had this paint pen for a little while, so it does not surprise me. And these have little holes on them. All right. So if you guys drag your hands, like I said, one of the best things that I found is having that sheet of paper. That's helped me a lot with not smearing everything that I'm writing. So there's that. And then where these are, I'm just going to freehand. But if you are more concerned about it, you could always take your ruler and do it that way. And I just realized I probably should have worked from the bottom, or from the top, and not the bottom, because I'm going to smear. So I'm not going to get this one because I know I'm going to smear it. FYI. That one's we'll come back later. So to me, it kind of almost looks like a big wood ornament, is what these little circles look like. Kind of how I've imagined them. But I mean, you could always, instead of putting Merry Christmas, you could put Welcome. I've done these for the spring and stuff like that as well. But like I said, they're really popular for me. So anyways, there's that. And then you put a bow and some other stuff, but I'll show you one that I already have being made, and we will decorate this cutie up. So this one I have made. This is one of my bikes. So what I did is I stapled it on plus wood glued it on, and then I got these cute little picks that already are pre-done. They're super easy. And what we're gonna do is we will just staple this on. Let me grab my stapler. Oops. And you guys, I gotta make sure. Yep. Good thing I made sure. I had the really long staples in there, which we don't want. Going with the 1/4 inch staple. Loading that into the staple gun. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put our picks just like this. I'm leaving room for a cute little bow. And so we're just gonna staple these in. Sorry for your eardrums. All right. And grab my cute little hammer here. So, and we'll just put a little bit of hot glue, like so. So these picks, I believe I got this particular one at Joann's. It was 50% off, so I want to say it made it like $1.50. Brain freeze. So I'm gonna let this dry, but while we do that, I'll grab the bow maker here. And I don't make too big of a bow for this. So the tails, I try and keep the tails about 6 inches. And then we're gonna do 5 inches. On the bottom there, 5 inches again, new language. So this sign, I should have told you, the bicycle sign, it says Happy Christmas. It's what the customer liked. I thought it was kind of cute. I know in England they say Happy Christmas a lot more than Merry, but anywho, I thought it was a cute idea. Okay. My scissors, get that out of the way, and then I've got the bicycle ribbon to match, and then we will actually do a handle on this one. So go right there, and then this one's gonna be 4-inch loops. Hold on. I can tell when I don't have my cutting mat out. It took me a minute to figure out what I said. What did I say? Did I say a bad word? You never know with me, you guys. I try really hard not to, but I am a little bit of a settler when it comes to my language. All right, 4-inch loop. Okay, throw that in here, like so. Okay, and we'll throw this little green in here. Just to give a little extra shimmer. I think I'm just gonna do a little single loop here. Like so. And then I like to do little center loops for mine. Whoops, maybe. So that looks about right. And there we go. And let me see. Where did all my zip ties go? Here they are. And I forgot to grab a pipe cleaner. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. So we just grabbed that off. You have to work on breaking it. Oh, breaking the bow. Good job. Hey, Miss Carla. So I'm going to throw this pipe cleaner in here that I almost forgot. Maybe. Oh my gosh, it got caught on the ribbon. The wire did. There we go. Okay. And then I don't know where I want my tails yet, so that's why, oh goodness. Look what I did, guys. I missed one of my loops. It's okay. Thank goodness for the pipe cleaner. You're just hot messing. You can tell it's been a while since I made a bow. Okay. There we go. Pull these out. Okay. All right. So we will bring our little friend back over. Move my easy bow out of the way. And I'm going to snip my zip tie. Oh, you guys, you know what I should have done? I should have put wire or the ribbon on the back before putting all of this on, because now I'm going to smush it, but whoopsie. We'll hurry and do that. So for my ribbon, I usually get about 24 inches wherever Where the heck did my ruler go? Here we'll use a perfect top. Okay, so I just go like that. Okay. So there, whoops, ribbon over here. So just like this, I'm just going to knot the one end. And knot this other end. And this is for the hanger, just so you guys know. I'm gonna flip this and try and do this so I don't smush everything. And I kind of just eyeball it. And where did my staple gun go? Right here. So I do spray the back. This is a metallic spray paint, a black metallic. Didn't know I was purchasing it. And so I figured, what the heck? It's Christmas, it will be cute, right? Brian, I'm on a Zoom call. Hang up. Alexa, hang up. Sorry about that. My husband's like, what are you stapling? All right. All right. So one more time here. Whoops. That did not want to staple. There we go. And one more time. So sorry about that. If I hurt your eardrums. And then I just throw a little bit of hot glue on there. And then we've got the hanger. So you guys can see right there, we've got the hanger. Oh my gosh. That just came off. Wow. Well, I guess it's good that it came off here, huh? Huh. That does not make me happy. Okay. Rachel is just not having a good day. All right. So I have just this little piece of the pipe cleaner right here. And then what I'm going to do is staple that on to the wood. Add just a little bit of glue here as well. And then I'm going to bend these ends back up. And I burnt myself a little. Okay. So there are many rooms. What are we talking about? Okay. Dovetailing. Dovetail that one. Okay, and there we go. Oh my gosh, you guys, I think my staples are just not wanting to play nice. I think it's my staple gun. All right, I'm going to try stapling this one more time. I'm sorry, guys. I have a feeling that my staple gun is going out on me. All right. So what I've learned too is you can take these picks and kind of move them up into your bow, and it makes it look really cute. There we go. Let me grab these. I cannot believe the bike fell off, but hey, I guess it's, like I said, better here than at the customer. I also got these cute little picks when I went to Bachman. Hey! And so, might actually have to cut these tails a little bit more. Or, there we go. We'll just throw them over here. There we go. Thank you, Amanda. All right. So I got these cute little snowflakes that I thought would be cute to add as well. I got these from Craig Bachman. Oops. Just to kind of add to the snowflakes. And then you can see that the bike did have some color in it, so I thought it would be cute to kind of pull some of that blue and the yellow and green from the plaid into that. I thought about doing one there, but I think that might be too much. So I'll hang it up for you guys so you guys can see. Let me flip my camera. Okay. So when the bike is actually correct, that's how you'll see it, and then it will just hang like that. They've been super popular. And then, like I said, this is that same faux wood. It's just doing the gray as well. So there you guys go. Hope you guys like it. I'm sorry, you guys, it kind of flopped at the end there, but hey. Creator Showcase. I'm going to have to read back on this. This sounds cool. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate it, you guys. You know, you win some, you lose some, so we'll have to get this repainted, and I'm going to go buy me an electric stapler. Shiplap? Yes, shiplap would be really cute on this. Thank you, Don. But you guys, like I said, it's just those cute little picks that you pick up. Like one of these would even be cute. I mean, these ones come from, this one came from Hobby Lobby. It was $2.99, and I know they have them for 50% off, so $1.50. So you get two of those, that's $3. Some ribbon, and then the wood, and you call it good, and people love them. I've been getting a lot of people asking for them, so I thought it would be fun, something fun to show you guys. And then, like I said, this one will get added up too for you. I just kind of wanted to show you the painting and then the end process so that you guys could see it. I think that's what I'm going to. I think the spring in this one is dying out, and that's why it's not holding my staples. So All right, you guys. Yeah, Debbie, you have one too? I'm going to have to go get one. Lucky duck, right? All right, you guys, you have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye, y'all. Alexa, call Brian Gayton.
Calling Brian Gayton's mobile from Rachel.
Hey,
Hello. Hey.
what did you need?
I was just seeing if you wanted anything while I was out before I came back home.
Oh.
I thought you would have been done by now. Sorry.
Oh, shoot.
Huh?
Hold on. I guess I'm still live. I hit end live. Oops.
You don't have to be so mean.